Send in your $25. That's all I can say. I'll send you guys the invite. How's that?
Okay, we'll do that. And the sports nerds are live. Let's check.
You gotta give me permission, buddy.
Oh, yeah, hang on.
So the sports nerds
All right,
are
got you. I got you now. You're good.
All right, now we're live. Hey!
Let's see if it's coming up here. Yes, we are live on Facebook.
Hey!
And let's check and see Vim.
Joey Butterfoot over here.
Let's see if it works.
No? I thought it was funny.
No? Come on, baby. Let's see. I don't know if Vim is working. There he is. All right. It looks like he's up. Yep, we're up on Vim as well. So that's all working. We're good to go. All right.
Over here.
And welcome, everybody, to the Sports Nerd Show. I am your humble host, the Sports Nerd. Well, humble in my mind anyway. With my buddies John Olson and Big E Eliot Lamba. And they're just loving to pick on me. Don't mind them. It'll go away eventually.
Hey, you're pickable.
That's true.
Hey, Scott, guess what, buddy?
But the Raptors are still
Raptors.
The Toronto Raptors are still.
It took them a little longer than normal.
Yeah, it took them like 30 seconds to get it out. You know.
Big shout out to Kawhi Leonard in Toronto this weekend for Carabana. I hope someone dashed a beer bottle at you.
You're funny.
I know.
Right.
Dude, I'm having a beer.
What?
A root beer.
Is it a root beer? Oh gosh.
Times that tough.
This is a Canadian classic, okay? It's called the Pop Shot.
Okay.
Shop. It is just absolutely like nostalgic. This is like the greatest cola pop soda you're ever going to have. And I found one today, and I don't see them very often, so I had to get it. So I'm getting drunk on air with
with root beer. You're getting drunk on air with root beer. Okay, whatever.
Dude, I kid you not. It was my kid's 18th birthday
Yes.
this past weekend.
Yes.
Right? So we went out for dinner on Friday night. Legal drinking age here in Alberta is 18.
Okay.
So I start pushing him to get a drink. I'm like, dude, just have a beer. It's okay. And he's like, Dad, I don't want one. I'm like, take it. Do it. Have a beer. He's like, well, are you going to have one? I'm like, shit, no, I'm not going to have one, but you have one.
Did he have one?
I did. I had a non-alcoholic. I don't drink, man.
Did he get one?
Oh, yeah, he had one. I got pictures. Here, you want to see it? Here,
Yeah, sure. I'll get pictures of your son drinking his first beer.
Yeah, I got it. It's very awkward, but you know what? It's funny. There he is. There he is drinking a quality lager.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How long before he threw up?
Oh, he's good. He comes from my blood. Okay. Anyways, I guess we should talk sports instead of
I guess we should talk a little sports. Since we do have somewhat of an audience here. So we had football this week, Thursday night, if you want to call
Hall
it.
of Fame. There's people being inducted to the Hall of Fame right now.
Hall of Fame was last night, by the way, Elliot.
Huh?
It was last night.
I know they're showing the replay right now.
Oh, they're showing the replay on ESPN.
I can get with Clark.
Yeah. It's a good night.
My Hall of Famer made it. Mariano Rivera. By the way, I don't have paper out. Else I would have made a sign.
He was the first. He made it with unanimous too, didn't he?
Unanimously.
Yes. Yeah. But my buddy Ken says that we used to have pop shots all over Texas, and there was one in his shopping center in his hood, John. So yeah, it's not just.
I found out something very disturbing.
What did you find out?
Even heroes can be disappointing at times and let you down.
Oh yeah.
Biggest way. I mean, I named my son after Mariano Rivera.
Okay.
Okay. Come to find out, he's a freaking hardcore Trump fan.
Oh well, that's all right. Whatever.
I won't hold anything but that against him.
Yeah.
in the political world, I can't stand Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. The rest of he's gotten your World Series ring, so you can't complain. And congratulations! Did you guys just sweep the Red Sox this weekend?
No, actually, we play them tonight on ESPN.
Oh yeah, but you swept doubleheader yesterday.
We swept the doubleheader. We've beaten them 4 in a row. We spotted them those 3 in Boston last week.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And since then we've won 4 in a row, 1 on 5. Boston is currently 13.5 games out.
Right, and there was an article that came out today that says that the New York Mets have a better chance of getting in the playoffs than the Boston Red Sox do right now.
Oh yeah. Fuck the Mets.
Yeah, the Red Sox are just they're not playing well at all. I mean, they're just sliding. Whereas
a buster ass move,
whereas the Indians have gained 7.5 games on the Twins, and they just finished a sweep of the Angels today, and they're heading towards first place in that division. The Indians are playing really good. Big trade this past week where they gave up.
Indians boosted their
yes,
chances, especially Minnesota's falling back just a little bit. So yeah, I mean it looks good for Cleveland right now.
Yeah, I mean we got Yasiel Puig, plus they got big hitter from San Diego in that deal.
What did you think when you found out they got Yasiel Puig?
I was like,
I know he wasn't one of your favorite players.
He's a knucklehead, but you know what? He's a good player. He's a knucklehead, but he's a good player.
He's better than throw the ball over the center field wall, Bauer.
That's true. Yeah, I couldn't believe Bauer did that crap.
You see Terry Francona?
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Get your ass back in the goddamn dugout. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you when I get in there. You better go hide in the locker room somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's crazy. But no, I mean, the Mets pulled a bust ass move, man. They knew we were gonna get Marcus Stroman, and they went
Buster ass move. That's some '90s talk right there.
But you know what? It's still the Mets, and they'll still find a way to lose.
You know what?
Oh,
the Rays are playing good ball too, so Boston's got a lot to catch up with.
Boston's going to be out of the wild card.
Yeah.
At this point.
Exactly.
Because they're already behind Tampa by like 4.
Yeah, I mean Tampa's still being consistent, whereas Boston is just.
Yeah, but Boston's like 4 or 5 games out of the wild card now.
Here, I'll tell you. Hang on a second.
It's freaking crazy.
I'm feeling drunk now, boys.
But you know what? Do you remember when last year when they won the World Series?
Yeah.
And I told you that when they were doing the freaking parade and the speech and shit.
Yeah.
And fucking Cora came out and said, and the Yankees could eat this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
Basically dogging on the Yankees.
The Red Sox are 6 games behind the Rays right now.
The Rays.
Yes.
Which means they're behind Cleveland too.
Yes, they are. I mean, they're at 5.
Right now, they're out of the wild card.
Yeah, Cleveland is only 3 games behind the Twins right now with about 8 weeks to play. So I mean,
so basically they're 3 games out of the second wild card or the division.
Well, Cleveland's 3 games out of the division. Yeah, and right. In fact, Cleveland's got the number 1 wild card. Actually, Cleveland's got a better. No, they don't. No. I take it back. Rays got the number 1 wild card, and Indians got the second right now. The A's are closer to the Indians than the Red Sox are. So
it'd be just like the Red Sox to win a World Series and then not make it back.
Yeah. Well, and that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing.
Not just not make it back to the playoff.
Yeah. Of course, Houston scored a good trade last week too. They picked up Greinke.
You know what? Fuck Zach Greinke.
Okay. Why?
No, he had a list of teams, 15 teams he would refuse to be traded to.
And the Yankees was one of them.
And you know why? Because he's got little pebbles for fucking nuts. Because he wouldn't be able to handle the pressure in New York City.
Yeah, he doesn't like the big city. He doesn't like the big city. You're right. You are correct.
Hi, Myra.
He could take his country ass over to Houston. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
Oh, Houston. Let's talk about Houston.
Okay.
So, not only did the dumbass Jays give away Stroman to the Mets for a bag of pucks, next also, Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro, the amazing management team of the Toronto Blue Jays, decided to give away Aaron Sanchez.
Did you see that?
For Derek Fisher. Oh, but wait.
Oh
Here
my
it comes. Because Eliot's thinking exactly what I'm about to rant about. What does Mr. Aaron Sanchez do the first game he throws for the Astros? What does he do? What would he do? This guy you traded for a freaking guy who got hit in the face trying to catch a ball in the outfield yesterday. Okay? What did he do? He threw a combined no-hitter.
Yes.
Yeah, he threw six innings of no-hit baseball for a guy that had a +6 ERA with the fucking Blue Jays.
Who's 24 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's got massive upside.
Yes.
Yeah, but then the second pitcher they got in the deal,
Joe by Johnny or whatever.
Combined for that no-hitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Toronto. Welcome to being a Blue Jays fan. Again, why I told Janelle at the beginning of the season I refuse to support this team. Because it's not the players. Listen, they've got Bo Bichette. He's going to be the real deal. Vladdy Jr. going to be the real deal. They got the Biggio kid. He's going to be whatever. Like they got all these really good sons of ex-players, mind you.
Yep.
But the management, like I get it. You have all of this amazing youth. You traded away your only two pitchers for prospects and guys that aren't even in the top 100 list of prospects in Major League Baseball.
Right. Oh, wait a minute. They're in the top 10 list of the Mets.
Of the Mets. Yes, you are way out of the top 100 in the Major League Baseball.
They're the two of the top 10 prospects in the Mets organization.
Drink some water. You're laughing so hard. You're coughing. Your head out. Take a glass of water or something. You're gonna need to settle down.
Bro, it's like this is why it's not. Listen, I love baseball. I really do. It's
just, but you can't help it when you got a knucklehead for an owner
to play and to watch. Like I loved it. It's just when you have jackhole ownership,
yes,
and jackhole management,
yes.
Yep.
Hey, up until recently, that was my life with being a Browns fan.
Oh, but you know what's great about it is that with this split season that the Rays are going to do, now they're going to go to Canada and kick the Blue Jays ass.
Because you know what? That's my in to be an official Expos fan. I was always an Expos fan growing up, but growing up in Toronto, I had to have allegiance to the hometown. I was always an Expos fan growing up. I remember Jack in the Box is the other thing I use too, Jennifer.
Yes.
I try to keep my language down, so I go Jack Hole or Jack in the Box, just to keep it PG-13.
You know,
yeah, the first memory I've had of having football is my dad bringing home like an Andre Dawson signed baseball card when I was like
nice.
Like like Gary Carter. That was like my dude growing up. Like that was what I grew up to.
Yes.
And then of course the Jays with
Oh, that's right, Gary Carter. Didn't he go to the
stuff
Mets.
like that? But,
didn't he go to the Mets and win a World Series?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yes. Rest in peace. Yeah, I think he went into Cooperstown with both hats, didn't he?
Brain cancer.
Yeah, my buddy Kenny has got a good analogy for you, guys. He says, Astros adding Greinke is like the amount of dynamite Bush Cassidy used to blow up that damn boxcar.
You guys are so old. It's like I didn't get that reference at all.
Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, Robert Redford.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't watch it. I'm not born in the 20s like you.
Well, it was the 70s, John. You were born in the 70s.
Yeah, I was born in the 70s, exactly, and that shit wasn't around. We had Voltron, okay?
I was born in the 60s. I don't even remember that shit.
Yeah.
I had the Smurfs.
Yeah. I got the reference, Ken. I appreciate it, though. It's all good. It's
okay, Ken. He got the reference because he's a little geriatric.
Ken's older than I am, but I still got the reference. That's okay.
No. But see, there's different age. Like didn't you guys ever have these friends growing up? I had this friend who was 20 years old, going on 50.
Yeah.
Like he was You know what I mean? Like he was 20, but he acted like he had to have his afternoon naps, and he had to newspaper and stuff. Like he was just an old soul. Like he was a young dude, but just, and that's kind of what I think of you, Scott.
Yeah. Thanks, John.
Just joking, Scott. Don't worry, because you want to know why.
The Raptors are still world champions, Jets.
God, I wish I could stick my lighter through this fucking screen.
I know, right? You Elliot.
Turn that shit right in his hand.
You guys hating. It's okay. It's okay. I will love to see the Knicks win, Elliot. That would be I would support that.
That's all right, Elliot. If the Browns win the championship, I'm gonna be playing that shit for a year.
They're never
the show.
Shit.
You can't even see a Cowboys championship because there's no VHS anymore.
What's that? What? What'd you say?
You didn't get the joke? I got the joke. It's been so long since the Cowboys have won. The last highlights was when it was only on VHS. Laserdisc, in fact.
Last time they won VHS was the thing, yo.
Yes. Welcome
That's
to
a long fucking time ago.
Yep.
It's exciting.
Oh, jeez. So, last night, did you watch the ceremony last night, John, at all? Did either one of you see the ceremony last night at all? Really?
Oh, no.
What ceremony?
The Hall of Fame ceremony.
Bill Brandt was the closest to a bill that we had going in, so it was whatever.
Well, and I'm not very fond of any of the players that won either because I
like Ed Reed. I like Ed Reed.
Ed Reed's a great guy. I don't like him because he's a Raven.
Because he's Raven. But
yeah,
I like Ed. Ed was good shit.
But
it's whatever, man. I mean, and I know that we had football on Thursday. That game is.
It's not real football. I know it's not.
It's it's not even preseason. It's preseason.
Because none of the starters even dressed.
No, it's just it's whatever.
I didn't watch none of that shit.
Rumors about these. They're trying to take it to 18 games a season now.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
And the Players Association are trying to fight that.
Well, they're trying to, and the other end of that is the fact that not only they want to go to 18 games, but the players are only allowed to play in 16 of the 18. They got to sit at least 2 games a year. That's how the NFL is approaching it.
Well, that's not bad.
So it's
but the players don't get more money. They get
bi-week.
spread thinner. That's all because Game Check gets a little thinner. So, but they still get the same amount of money. They can only play 16 of the 18 games, and I guess that's the NFL's way of saying we don't want them to wear out their bodies during the regular season. So,
what would they do? They cut down the preseason to 2 instead of 4.
2 preseason games and play 18 games, and you'd have to have probably 2 bye weeks in there as opposed to 1. And then, but the players can only play 16 of the 18 games. How that works out, I have no idea. But some players compared it, or some people compared it to the point where, it's like you buy tickets to see LeBron play, and he sits down for a game and coming into your town. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. So it's the same.
They should make them sit down during inter-divisional games.
Meaning they have to play divisional games if they're playing the divisional.
No, they should. If the 2 games that they take off should be against divisional opponents.
Yeah, it should be against divisional opponents.
Yeah, because they don't play because Buffalo
they play them twice in a season.
The Giants, it's once every couple of years.
They play them twice in a season.
Right, I see what you're saying. So sit out one divisional game.
Sit out one divisional game, then they'll have the other.
Whether it's an away game or a home game. Yeah.
Probably be the home game. Because that's the argument in the NBA, right? I mean, load management and everything. But this is the debate. It's all these jack-in-the-box all-stars that, want to save themselves for the playoffs.
Right.
Jack-in-the-box bought on McDonald's?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. If they're going to sit at the home games. Don't think of that poor kid who got the ticket to go see the Lakers or the Clippers on Christmas or wherever. And they're I'm just saying this example. I know they're not playing, but say they're going to Utah.
Yeah, they are.
The Lakers and Clippers are.
They're not playing. They're not playing in Utah. They're playing each other. But I'm saying if they go to they got a New Year's Eve game or something. They're going to Utah. So this kid, little Timmy, gets his tickets in the stocking from Santa to go see his superstar Kawhi Leonard or superstar LeBron James for the one time, not Utah because they'll play more, but like the East Coast team, like say Charlotte or something. They're going to Charlotte for the one time that year to play, and then the billionaires have to sit because they're load managing.
Yeah.
Like, that's bull. Like, sit at home. If you want to do your load management stuff, do it on your home court. Where, you know what, you may not be there on Tuesday, but you know what, Thursday you'll be back.
Yeah, well, you look at you can't really sit during. Well, maybe you can because there's 6 games on the year. You got to spread it out over 6 games to sit all 53 guys at least once, or sit 53 guys twice. I'm just being devil's advocate here. That's a lot of friggin'. You'd have to bring out and say what games these guys are going to sit before the season, if there's a way to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't just go and say, okay, well, we'll see how it goes, and if we're in a good position by
did
week
they
16,
just throw a fucking monkey wrench in the fucking fantasy world, didn't they?
Yes, it would. Absolutely. Absolutely it would.
Oh, yeah, because you base sometimes some of these guys base their entire schedule around bye weeks. So now imagine you got to schedule your bye weeks plus all the rest days.
Yes.
For the super,
yeah. And again, the players union are, like Kenny says, the players unions will never agree to an 18-game season, and I can see that they probably won't. And unless there's some major concessions on the side of the NFL.
Right. That's the only way it'll happen.
Yeah, the players union will never agree to it.
So Jordy Nelson signed a 1-day contract with Green Bay
and retired.
And retired.
Who cares? Yep. That's fine. I mean, he's a Packer. I guess he should.
He's absolutely he's a Packer.
Yeah. The Bills brought back,
Yeah, you know who's creeping up in the wild card? Oakland A's.
Yes, they are.
That second half push, dude.
Yes, they are. Oakland's playing really good ball right now.
They're only half a game behind Tampa. Yeah, Red Sox are 6 games out of the last wild card spot.
Yep. Yeah, Boston's sliding back.
Catching up with you. Boston's done, dude.
Yeah, I think they are too. Sale's not pitching even close to what he was pitching last year.
I mean, all the scoring happened in the first inning. One game.
Yeah.
It was game 1 of the doubleheader.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think the baseball guys have some kind of hair up their ass about the Yankees because they keep winning, but their injuries keep coming. And Connor Stone broken wrist.
Yep.
Aaron Hicks back on the DL with something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or Edwin.
But they keep winning.
Yeah, and you said about Jordy Nelson. Phil Dawson also signed with Cleveland for 1 day and retired as well this week.
Yeah. There's a couple other players that are going to be doing that, I heard.
Yeah. I mean, Phil Dawson loves Cleveland. He loves the city. He loves the team, and he's.
Did you?
Oh yeah, Phil Dawson is.
Did you see Baker Mayfield?
Yes, I did at the Indians game. That was awesome. You see it, Eliot?
That dude's like my new favorite non-Bill.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Eliot?
No.
Oh, he's on Jumbo Cam at the Indians game, and he goes. And he gets on and he sees this guy, he grabs a beer, like just
shotguns a beer. And the Indians in return, and he's wearing a Kipnis jersey. And as a result, right after that, the Indians scored 5 runs in 1 inning after you did that.
It was great, man. It was great.
Shotgun a beer right there on the Jumbotron.
Like such a Rob Gronkowski type thing.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a smaller version of Rob, but he's still,
So Brady got a 200-year extension today?
I think a 250-year extension.
For $23 million this season.
Yeah.
He gets to come back and play in his next lifetime?
Yeah. Like this guy he's like herpes. He never goes away.
No, he's not. And
go away. We get it, dude. Okay.
Like old luggage.
Dude, he's just exactly. He's like old luggage. Still there. You try to throw it away, but it just keeps reappearing.
Yes.
A bad penny, yo.
Yep. Yeah.
I admit it. I'm a hater. I can't stand. And people are so now that he's done all this. Oh, he's the greatest. And
yeah.
we got to respect him. No, we don't.
Yeah.
I want him to leave. Go. You and Bill. Go put on a sweater and hug each other and go away. Like, just go.
Spoken like a true Bills fan. Spoken like a true Buffalo Bills fan.
Dude, no one cares. No one cares about there's about 5 million people in New England who give a shit about the Patriots. Everybody else doesn't give a rat's behind.
Well,
no one
wrong
cares.
Because my buddy Ken lives in Texas and he's a big Patriots fan. So.
Oh God, no, really? Like, I was like, all my friends from New York are Cowboys fans too.
Hey,
It's
you
so
think
weird.
Jericho is going to try to contract
Sorry,
Gore and Gore and McCoy with Jericho?
This is John's geriatric backfield.
You big geriatric backfield.
Yeah, Ken says Brady's first contract was on a Dead Sea Scroll.
That's funny.
It's got to come to an end sooner or later.
Yeah, it will.
Eventually,
It will.
hopefully, we'll still be alive when it happens. But yeah, eventually, it's got to come. Got to come.
Like Marv Levy celebrated his 105th birthday or something this week. I was just like,
Is Marv Levy still alive?
He's not that
he's
old.
alive and old as shit, man. He's in his 90s. I
He's in his
think
90s.
they had him as a
He was 90 when
GM
he
like
was a
5
coach.
years ago.
He looked like he was in his 90s when he was a coach.
Right? Yeah.
He must look good now for 90.
Yeah, but you still love him, John.
Oh God, yeah.
You still love him.
Oh, dude, it's like they should have a shrine of the guy at frickin' New Era Field, man. Just
Yes. Put a statue out front of the stadium.
well, they got one for our good friend Ralph, but they need one for someone like Levy because
And Kelly.
What's that?
Jim Kelly was looking pretty good at the gold jacket ceremony.
Cancer's just trying to kick his ass.
It is, and he's looking really good. He was at the gold jacket ceremony, and he was at the Hall of Fame last night. So,
yeah.
He's looking a lot better than he did, I guess. So it's good to see him doing well. But yeah, Cancer he's coming back. He just wants to.
It's trying to get him, man. But Kelly tough, man. Kelly tough.
Yes,
So
that's the mantra in Buffalo. Kelly tough.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's exciting, man. It's good to feel. I don't have a fantasy league to play in this year because my degenerate friends are like just.
Well, you're gonna play in the Nerds League, aren't you?
Yeah, but we gotta up it, man. I mean, like let's do 50 or something, like some kind of.
Not everybody can afford $50, John.
Put the skill. I can't afford it. I have two kids.
You know what? I keep saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. Okay, if you know you're gonna play fantasy next season, put $5 here, $5 there.
Absolutely.
And over a 8-month period, I'm sure you could save $50.
You will have your entry fees guaranteed. Yes.
It's not that you
fantasy
can't afford
football
it. It's not that you can't afford it. It's that you don't want to allocate it. That's the thing.
Facts. I'll allocate it. I need a new fantasy league because this league I'm in, I don't even know if it's going to exist anymore after the drama from last year. So, crap, man. It's all crap. It's sad because it's a 10-year-old league.
All right. Is it a keeper league?
Was that?
Is it a keeper league?
Not keeper. We've never done keepers. It's just straight up PPR.
Yeah.
It had quite the few celebrities in the league at times.
Really?
We had Kevin Federline in our league.
No shit.
Oh,
No, I kid you not. K-Fed was part of our league probably about 6-7 years ago.
Hey, is Zeke going to be Le'Veon 2.0 this season?
I mean, I think Zeke gets signed. I don't think he's going to hold out the whole season. I think Zeke gets signed. I mean, what I'm worried about,
Like, okay.
What does that do in keeper leagues for people that?
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm Melvin Gordon too, right?
Right.
Can we get into this shit about the running backs and the tough position they're in? Like, I'm being completely blunt with you guys. These dudes literally are like a hamstring away from being completely useless.
Yes.
They're divas.
And this is the problem. A lot of them have had it in their ear that they're the next one. They're the next big thing for a team. Running games will change because of what you're going to do to this. Catch it out of the backfield, whatever. These guys, dude, are in serious trouble of being, like, obsolete. Like, it's to the point where, like, you just need to be kind of like a wideout or maybe a slot receiver and just kind of line up to the right or left of the – right? Like, you don't need to block anymore. I mean, the blocking running back doesn't exist. Like, yeah, but
Screen passes.
It's not like you got a fullback in front of you to block for you anymore. They don't run that anymore.
There's nothing conventional about football anymore. Come on.
There's not. No. And the thing is that, Melvin Gordon is he's nursing, coming back from injury. And then, of course, you've got dumbass in for the Chargers. He's hearing that voice in his head thinking he's better than he is. He's not.
Well, he's trying to get $11 million a year.
Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of, his situation?
What?
Jamal Charles.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jamal Charles. Yeah, but Jamal Charles, like, there was a couple of years when he was king shit.
Yes, he was.
Melvin Gordon was never.
Yeah, and then he got the contract and he became king shit.
He became shit king.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, Jamal Charles, at least, like, he was up there. He was like the number one guy you would draft for a couple of years. But, like, Melvin Gordon?
As soon as these guys a contract.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon is again, he thinks he's better than he is, and he's
I would draft Keenan Allen before Melvin Gordon, and that's even borderline because Keenan Allen gets hurt just as much as he does.
There's a lot of people I draft before I would draft Melvin Gordon. I've had Melvin.
I would draft you before Melvin Gordon.
Say? You know what I say? They should do. They should make a rule where if you decide you don't want to fulfill the entire contract you signed, you need to return the signing bonus or whatever guaranteed money we gave you.
Heaven forbid that, Elliot. That would be personal responsibility.
And then the NFLPA will come say, we're not going to do that.
Well, so this is the thing. We're talking about the 18-game schedule.
The team is fulfilling their freaking obligation.
Right. Yeah.
But this is the new sports. This is in the NBA too. Like the owners are taking control of the situation and this and this and this. Listen, this is the thing about these leagues is you can't operate one without the other. The players need the league just as much as the league needs the players.
Right.
There's got to be common ground. So, like, for example, if you're going to do an 18-game schedule.
Pimps and whores, that's all they are.
It's never going to happen. But if you did, you would have to institute guaranteed contracts.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody would have to get a guarantee.
Like baseball and NBA.
You know what? I've always been one that's always leaned towards incentive-based contracts.
I like it too.
Where you get a base figure, and then your accomplishments get you all the money by the end of the season. Okay? You hit your threshold, your goals and stuff, then you make the big bucks. But once you get a contract and you made all that money, kind of tends to wear your edge a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's understandable.
Well, see, the problem with that is what happens if a guy's going for it. Let's say his bonus kicks in at like 1,000 rushing yards, right? He's busting his ass. He's having a great year, and then halfway through the season, he gets to like 995 yards, and he breaks his leg, right? Look at Elliot's like, oh well. Tough titty.
Exactly.
That's like hurricane insurance, yo.
At that point in time, it's up to the owners. Yeah, exactly.
It's like hurricane insurance here in Florida, yo. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ain't got it, that's your fucking problem. Okay. You should have did something the previous games that got you over that 5 yards.
There you go.
How about this? You live in Florida. It might be a good idea.
Remember that 5-yard loss you got in game 3? You should have
kept running. Yeah, that loss for the loss for 5 yards you got in game 3. You should have kept running, buddy.
Right?
You should have kept running.
You should have went north-south instead of east-west. Okay, Shady. Okay, Mr. Cut on a Dime.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. It's always exciting. Football
I'm just saying, contracts are the biggest problem, and so is guaranteed money.
But see, people don't understand why players want it. I mean, it's just because they've
gotta earn that
for so many years. Since they were in high school, you're going to be a star. You're going to get paid. You're going to get paid. You're going to be a star.
Hey,
and
don't
it's like they don't fall back on anything. So it's like
Let me ask you a question. Doesn't Lloyd's of London still exist?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
That's the insurance company that will insure anybody.
Yeah.
Any athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Jennifer Lopez got her fucking ass insured with Lloyd's of London. Her rear end. Because that's her moneymaker. You know what I'm saying? So why can't these players get an insurance policy and then earn their fucking money on the field? If they get injured, guess what? You're insured. Happy trails.
You don't need to convince me. Again, I don't. This is the thing. It's like it ain't my money. I don't give a shit what you do with it. I don't care how you earn it. Go ahead, do your thing. But I hear you. I totally agree. It's just you just like to see more contracts being honored. That's the big thing.
That's why they're not being honored.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
because they have an out.
Well, again, if that's a two-edged sword, though, John, because ownership doesn't honor contracts either.
Exactly.
Oh, I know. And that's why there's more power to the players now. And that's why I said it. You need both. This is why I'm not on the side of the owners. I'm not on the side of the players. I'm on the side of the fan. The fan just wants to see a good product on the field.
Right.
That's it. Right? We don't really care about the drama. Like it's good for talk radio and whatever, but other than that, I don't care who's having problems with their contract.
No, I don't. I really don't care either. As long as
I want to see a product on the field.
Right.
Hey, who's that Sogard guy? He came from the Blue Jays too, right? Eric
Yes.
Sogard?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he went to Tampa.
Yeah.
And he hit 2 home runs.
Yeah. Can we just it's past now, and then we're done the baseball talk. Dude, it's depressing.
Notice how quick he turns on a dime.
You just gotta dig that knife in even more, don't you? You just gotta dig that knife in.
Again, and I don't want people to talk baseball.
Hey, I won't talk about baseball if you keep that sign out the fucking screen.
I just hate the Blue Jays management, and I can't support. It's like I don't know. I mean, well, Scott doesn't count because I was going to say a basketball reference, but I mean, it's like being a diehard fan of like the Charlotte Hornets or Bobcats, whatever the hell they're called. It's like, and you have a crappy product year after year. It's like, how do you get fired up?
Like Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix Suns. Well, see, but this is the thing. The Phoenix Suns always draft well and always have like Devin Booker is legit, man. Yeah. I mean, like they got a good young squad. It's just they don't gel. I don't know.
Yeah, and that Ayton kid is going to be good too.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, man.
The one from Arizona.
Yeah. They're good, man. The Suns got really good talent. It's just putting it together. They don't have any veterans. I mean, who signed there? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
You know what's funny is that it's like their management is parallel and they wear the same fucking colors. The Knicks and the Suns seem to do the same shit all the time.
Yep.
And
no fucking veterans, nothing but fucking scrub rookies, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like they want to be in the lottery every year.
And now it's not even a guarantee that they'll get like a top pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I don't get it.
The Knicks got rooked this year, of course. The year that they changed the rule, the Knicks get fucked.
It sucks, man, because I think a healthy NBA, NBA is obviously healthy, but it could be even better with a solid Knicks team. I was going to say New York team, and then I remembered Brooklyn is everybody's darling right now. But that will be forever New Jersey to me. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah, no. Well, you know what? In all actuality, I should be a Nets fan because when I first started watching basketball, I think I was like 9 or something like that. The team I used to watch was the New York Nets. With Julius Erving, they played in Uniondale, Long Island at the Nassau Coliseum, and they won some ABA championships. Yep. That was my team, dude.
Yep.
I didn't come to the Knicks until after they fucking split up the ABA.
Right.
Or they demolished it or whatever. Okay, so – but when they moved to New Jersey, that's when I cut ties. because I will not root for anything that's in New Jersey.
Wait a minute. Cheer for the Giants.
No. I cheer for Odell Beckham. I cheer for Barkley. Okay. I don't cheer for the Giants. The Giants, you know what? When I was growing up, the Giants, remember Joe Pisarcik?
Yes, I do.
The handoff?
Yes, the Miracle in the Meadowlands. Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Herman Edwards scooped up that ball and ran all the way back for a touchdown.
Right in there. Yep. That was an idea that the Giants averaged less than 17 points a game. You know what I'm saying? And
well, you were a Niners fan, didn't you, Eliot?
Yeah, I was a Niners fan when I became a Niners fan because of Joe Montana.
Right.
You know,
Good reason to become a Niners fan, by the way.
At Notre Dame, and I saw him come over into the NFL. I was like, okay. Way back when I was a little tykester, I used to follow the Cowboys, but then they dissed Tom Landry, and I told them to go fuck off. That's why I can't stand Jerry Jones. I can't stand none of them motherfuckers.
Because they screwed Landry over big time.
They screwed Landry in a big way.
Yes. Yeah.
You know,
I loved the Cowboys of the 70s and early 80s. I loved them. With the show, with Roger and Dorsett and the Doomsday defense. I loved it. I love the old school Cowboys. But then when Jerry Jones came in and did what he did to Tom Landry, and he did it to the GM. Who was the GM? I can't think of his name. But Tex Schramm. That's it. Yes, he did. Jerry Jones screwed both of them over. And there was that point where I became a Cowboy hater.
Yeah. I didn't like the Cowboys right after they fucking dissed Landry the way they did. And to me, that was like unforgivable. But yeah, I mean, New York football was never the thing when I was growing up. The Jets had already won the Super Bowl by the time I started watching football.
And the Giants didn't win until the mid-'80s. So by that time, it just –
Exactly. So
the Giants of the 70s were like the Bucks of the 70s. That's how bad they were.
And then came fantasy football, and I don't give a fuck no more.
It's dude, you know what? It's funny. I get into this conversation with my buddy all the time. And this is the way he watches sports. He doesn't have a team. He has players.
Right.
And at first, it's like as a diehard Raptors fan, Bills fan, Leafs, Oilers, like diehard, it was always so foreign to me. Like I couldn't, like, it was always the logo on the helmet or the crest, never the name on the back for me. It was always team first.
Right.
But I can see his argument now. Why he's a fan of players, because there's no loyalty, both for the team and for the players. There's no loyalty. Look what the Raptors did to DeRozan. Sure, they got a championship, but they traded away probably the only superstar that ever really wanted to be in Toronto, right? But then Kawhi goes and gets all this load management, wins a championship. He could basically be a king of Canada for the rest of his life. He just says piss on it and goes back to LA. So
that's home though, but that's home for him.
Yeah, it's home, but at the same time, dude, you're a multi-millionaire, dude. You're okay. He bought a private jet in Canada.
It was like when I liked LeBron when he was playing with Cleveland when he first came into the NBA, and I would root for Cleveland because of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when he left to go to Miami, dude, I had my own Joe Boo in here where I was freaking wishing bad shit.
Okay? Joe Boo.
I had a Joe Boo in the.
Thank you for that reference, Eliot. I love it. Thank you for the Major League reference. I really appreciate it. Yep.
That's good. Well, my friend actually is a LeBron fan, and that is his argument. Was always like, whatever team LeBron plays for, I'm a fan of. So he started at Cleveland.
That's my son.
Went to Miami, back to Cleveland. Now he's LA. I mean, it's.
And now you know what? And now people are rooting for teams because of these players.
Yeah.
They're rooting for teams that they couldn't stand.
Right.
Before.
Yep.
Why? Because it's a Whipham thing. What's in it for me? Okay.
I'll try to talk like Scotty Farrell for you, Ken. How's that? Sound a little man? No? Sorry, that was my
Stugotz.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that, Ken. I appreciate it. We've been doing this for a long time now. It's been
a mashup of Levitard and Scotty for a long time. I love it. Dude.
It's great. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Ken's an old sports writer. He was a sports writer in Texas for a long time.
There you go.
He's got all those analogies in his head.
I like it, man. It's a mashup. We just need Stugats.
Yeah.
Levitard.
Yeah.
Stugats.
But I mean, I'm.
What the hell happened to Stephen A. Smith?
Who cares? I'm so glad the NBA season is over, so I don't need to listen to him and that jackhole Chris Broussard, man.
Yes.
The less I have to hear of these two guys, the better I feel in life. It's great.
Well, Broussard's a jackhole too. I mean, I don't like him at all.
That's what I mean. Broussard is just like anytime he opens his mouth about I heard this or this is what I think, it's just like I just tune you out, dude. I can't handle you, man.
Right.
You know what? It's funny because you know who I like? I get a kick out of Shannon and freaking Skip. I get a kick out of them because that works. Like they're both
blowhards.
Oh no, I like them. I like the Kellerman and Stephen A. They mix it up pretty good.
Kellerman actually knows what he's talking about, and it drives Stephen A. nuts. That Kellerman, because he's always using, you're just a boxing guy. Kellerman's like, no, not really. Like, I know shit, and, like, I'll school you. But, yeah, I'll still school you in boxing, too. So take it easy there, Floyd. Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you see what Manny Pacquiao did the other day?
Oh.
Man, dude, this guy's, like, he's getting quicker. This guy, it's like
the Energizer fucking bunny, dude.
He gets quicker the higher weight class he goes up in. It's not normal at all.
No. I mean, he took that kid Thurman who was basically lights out. No pun intended. Okay. But, I mean, he went in there, and this kid Thurman was talking shit the whole time. How he was going to retire Pacquiao, how he was going to do this, and Pacquiao first round knocked him on his ass.
Pacquiao is not normal, dude. Like, he gets quicker the higher the weight class he goes into. Now, if anybody knows boxing, knows that the more weight you have,
the slower you get.
Mm-hmm.
Not Pacquiao.
And he's what, 37, 38?
40.
Oh, my God.
40. And they were saying that he's telling Freddie Roach that he feels like he's 22.
He wants Money Mayfield back, I think, didn't he?
Oh yeah, man. Floyd
Mayfield was in the crowd that night.
Floyd will never fight him. There's no way.
Not anymore.
No.
He was ringside for that. Yeah. He was ringside for that shit.
I love man.
Yeah, Pacquiao is.
I've been following this guy for like decades, man, and it's so much fun to watch him fight, man. So much fun.
Well, he ain't done. Let's put it that way.
I like
8 different championships, 8 different titles, or weight classes.
Yeah, weight classes. Yeah, it's insane. He goes up and down, just like he's on the Oprah diet. It's insane. It's crazy. Like he'll swing, he'll be like
yo-yo like a motherfucker.
Yes.
Don't mess with my yo-yo.
I love Manny. Yeah, beat him into next
week. Exactly.
Remember what was it, Scott Hatton or whatever that he knocked out? Remember that one?
Oh, Ricky Hatton?
Ricky Hatton, yeah.
He knocked him out in the second round. And Ricky Hatton was the talk of the fucking boxing world at that time. And in the second round, Pacquiao hit him with his left hook. The guy just went straight back, fell down, and stayed there.
Well, look who made it finally.
Oh, nice of you to show up there.
Show up there, Bob. Good morning.
Nice of you to show up there, Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, typical Steelers fans. Show up when the fuck they want.
Yep,
you know it.
Just give you a heads up, Bob. Old Ken Coslow's in the audience on Facebook tonight.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you might want to adjust your camera a little bit.
Yeah, I'm seeing half your face again, Bob.
We can see you from the nose down. That's it.
You need to get a better either a riser for your chair.
Yeah, you know what? Steal one of those things from Pizza Hut, yo, the fucking kitty riser.
There you go. You're skinny enough. You might actually fit in one. And now Wayne Lynch joins the crowd. Man, this is old MSN chat, man.
What happened now?
What?
Oh, I gotta share. I'm just putting it in here, so
Okay.
I just so everybody could watch it, so that just in case anybody forgot.
There you go, Bob.
There we go.
Yeah, now I can see you.
There you go.
I called you twice, man. You didn't answer your phone. You
I
said,
know.
I really want to see
Bring
your
her
entire
off on
face.
phone.
I replied to Jen. I don't know why I replied, but there you go. There's the little YouTube.
Operator error.
If anybody wants to
Surprise.
remember, I'm gonna have a look.
Is it in Facebook? Did you post it to Facebook?
God.
Yeah. Kenny says hi, Bob. You remember Ken Coslow, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Wayne Lynch.
Uh-huh.
He's in here now too.
Hi, Wayne.
Why is that?
So your ringer was off, which is why you didn't get my phone calls. You're the one that told me to
ringer was off.
Ass up. You're the one that told me to call you to wake your ass up.
I know.
Oh, there it is.
Dude.
Let's see this.
It's just like 2 seconds in. It's ridiculous. That left just.
Come on, get out of there. Oh yeah, this is it. Bam. Oh jeez, dude. Oh man.
Did you see this?
Oh.
Man.
This was like 10 years ago.
Right? Oh really?
Oh yeah. And this is like Pacquiao at 30.
Okay.
Not 20 or something.
Okay.
Like
right.
He's 30 something doing this to people.
Yes, it is, Kenny. It's like old times in the FFFL. We got Ken, we got Wayne Lynch, we got Bob here, I'm here. It's all good stuff.
Slow motion at like 26 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Ridiculous. Oh, just sit down.
So, speaking of Troy Polamalu, first ballot Hall of Famer next year?
Who?
Polamalu.
What
Definitely.
about first ballot, right?
Yeah, it's his first year of eligibility next year. You think he gets first ballot?
Of course. No?
You don't think Polamalu gets first ballot?
How much does he need? 80%?
I don't think it's that much. Oh, and Eliot, Jamal's in Facebook. Your buddy.
What up, Jamal? What's happening, Jamal?
I think Polamalu gets in next year. And you see what the Hall's going to do? They're actually going to induct 20 people next year in celebration of the 100th anniversary of the NFL. They're going to have 5 new guys, 5 current era, but they're going to put like 10 of the senior class in next year.
Did you know that the way things are going right now, it looks like Derek Jeter might be the only inductee next year? Because the list of the inductees, there's nobody on there that can make 75%.
You still got Clemens, you still got A-Rod, but they're not going to get it. They're not going to get.
They're not getting there because of the drug bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that, can you imagine? It's fucking Derek Jeter, the only inductee into the Hall of Fame. He'll probably get the unanimous nod too, I think.
I don't think Jeter gets a unanimous nod. I think I don't. I mean, he deserves it, but
I don't because he was a little suspect in the field.
Well, not only that, but he deserves to be unanimous. But I think they made the exception for Mariano.
Mariano was 100% on and off the field.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, Jeter's play at shortstop was suspect at times. You are correct.
At times, yeah. You know, but you didn't hear no scandal about him.
No, because he's kept his shit to himself. That's why.
Him and Mariano, same thing.
Yes.
You know, these are all classy fuckers, man. Come on now. That's one thing about the Yankees too. They go after classy people. Remember that. And did you see there was a baseball card that showed
Shane Bieber? You say Bieber?
Shane Bieber is Justin?
Yes, the Topps put out a Shane Bieber baseball card, and in the text of the card, they called him Justin. You got to get that cough looked at, brother. It's making me nervous.
It's a lot of congestion, dude. That's all.
Okay. All right. I'll believe you. But yeah, I thought it was funny as hell. Even the Indians tweeted that out. Did you see them troll? Shit. They trolled after Baker did his thing with the beer. They trolled what's his face from Fox, Colin Cowherd. They trolled him big time because Colin was always critical of Baker and what he did off the field. You gotta go find that. I don't have the link here, but you should go find it.
That's another jackhole I don't like listening to.
I don't like Colin Cowherd either. I can't stand him. He's another guy like Skip Bayless who thinks he knows more than what he does. All to
Fox Sports.
I get a kick out of Skip. I know people hate him, but
Skip
I think
doesn't know what he's talking about.
I get a kick out of it. It's hilarious. It's just, and then Shannon always calls him on it. It's priceless.
Because Skip's an idiot. He doesn't know half of what he thinks he knows.
I just get kicked.
I mean, he's the one that said that.
Entertainment, man.
He's the guy that came out and said to the Browns, just
live with it, love it. Dude is a talking head. That's all he is.
Yeah, and this is the idiot that predicted that the Browns would win Super Bowls with Johnny Manziel.
Out of the CFL now.
Okay, that's who Skip Bayless is.
We'd have had a better chance with Tim Tebow.
Yeah. So I mean,
I like Tim Tebow.
Who doesn't like Tim Tebow? He's a terrible football player, but he's a great guy. Who doesn't like him? And he's not.
I got so sick of hearing him whenever he was playing.
Yeah.
Or whenever he was sitting on the bench and they would still talk about him.
Yep.
I even went on some rants on here about it.
Yep.
Because there was 1 week, first. I remember this. There was 1 week Drew Brees broke an NFL record, Johnny Unitas record. And the first story they had on ESPN that week why is Tim Tebow not playing for the 3-10 New York Jets? I said, you have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, it's all. You got to understand it, Bob. The media's job is to stir up controversy, hot takes, get clicks. That's all the media's become these days. It doesn't matter if it's regular media or sports media. They don't care about don't care about the substance of the stories anymore. It's all about getting clicks and all about getting ratings. It's all it's about.
Click count. And
Tebow was ratings, and that's why they went that way. So I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by anything the media does these days. Nothing. So,
it's gonna be a late night.
Why?
The Yankee game still hasn't started.
Oh, jeez.
They're in a delay.
That's right. Indians
first pitch at 8:15.
At 8:15. Well, Indians played this afternoon, so there's no game on tonight.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they swept the Angels.
I went to Yankees single A game on Friday.
Single A?
Where? Oh, single A.
Single A.
How was that experience, Bob?
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that's a local team here.
Yeah.
In Charleston is Yankees single A. And they ended up winning. It was a fun experience going to see a game in a little stadium like that. Probably only holds maybe 5,000 people.
Yeah, the Tigers are here in Lakeland. The single A team is here in Lakeland for the Tigers too. I've never been to a game, but they're right down the street.
We got the AAA Pittsburgh Pirates team here.
Yeah.
Like 2 blocks away.
Hey, here's one for you. When Jackie Sherrill was the head coach at Texas A&M, he had Skip Bayless banned from the A&M field press box.
Good.
I'm going to grab a drink, guys. I'll be right back.
Should have got a medal or something.
Right?
Exciting stuff.
Hey, so did you see Le'Veon Bell put out a public apology to all fantasy
To
owners?
all the fantasy owners. Hilarious. And the kicker was, it's like, the way it was worded is like he knew he was going to sit out the whole year. It's like, why didn't you do that before people drafted you then, jackhole? I mean, it's hilarious, these guys, like, the hindsight 2020 stuff. It's like, you could have saved people probably lots of money just by saying, hey.
That's because he wanted to fuck with the Steelers, yo.
He wanted to fuck, yeah, he totally did. No offense, Bob. I don't know what
the whole season.
What are you drinking, man? What the hell is that?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry
I
juice.
thought I saw 3 X's on that thing.
Yeah, man. I thought it was like something, man. Moonshine or some shit, man.
No,
Exactly.
it's just cranberry juice.
Cole Bunce. What kind of fucking name is that? Man, how about that dude in Miami that lost his arm in a car accident?
Yeah, the Dolphins are still. Yeah, the Dolphins are still keeping him on the roster so they can pay his bills.
Yeah, he's paying everything. They're paying everything.
Yep.
He'll probably get an arm that'll let him play football. Yeah.
It would have been nice when Jarvis Landry's punk ass was on the Dolphins. They could have helped pay for Aaron Williams' career that he ended. I mean, that would have been nice.
John, let it go. Let it go, John.
No, cheap shots will never. It's like Rob Gronkowski with his elbow to Tre'Davious White's head a couple of seasons.
John's got it in for Jarvis Landry, man.
I can't stand him. I think he's the dirtiest player in the league, and I hope I don't wish anything bad to happen to Browns fans and the Browns, because God knows you guys have suffered. But Jarvis Landry is just – karma is going to kick his ass one day. And just saying.
Sad news to report. You guys see this yesterday? Cliff Branch passed away yesterday. You recognize that name, Cliff Branch?
I do. Raiders. Wide receiver.
Yep.
Stabler.
Yep. One of Kenny's favorite targets back in the day.
Oh, you know who else
died last night? Died yesterday at 71 years old.
You know who else died the other day? Way too soon. Sweet Pea. Pernell Whitaker.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He got hit by a car.
He got hit by a car.
An accident in Virginia or something.
Yeah.
52 years old.
Well, what's his name died today, right? The writer for
Bob Dylan.
No. Don something. He's the head writer for the football writer for ESPN or NFL or something. What's his name? Don Molds, is it?
I don't know.
What's his name? Don football writer. Don Banks.
Don Banks.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Vader died too.
Yeah, Big Van Vader. I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated NFL writer.
Oh, he's an SI writer. Okay.
He died in his sleep after covering the Hall of Fame game. Freaking crazy. 56.
That's like crazy, dude. That's like the night that the Ultimate Warrior came back to WWE, and the next day he died.
Yeah, he died next day. Yeah. After the night after the Hall of Fame ceremony.
I mean, he's been gone for a shitload of years from WWE. But you know what? When he did that show, that Raw show, he looked like something was wrong with him, dude. He was like beet red.
Yep.
Sweating like a motherfucker.
Yep.
And next day he's gone.
Let me ask you guys something. Let me ask you this, guys. We haven't really dug into this, but I wanted to ask your opinion because the hype on this team is becoming pretty big. What do you guys think is going to happen with Kingsbury and the Cardinals with Kyler Murray being the quarterback?
Did you hear Larry Fitzgerald say that he's never seen a quarterback learn an offense so quick.
Well,
That's
the offense
Kyler
is
Murray.
designed with Kyler Murray in mind. That's how
Yeah.
Murray.
I mean, they said that he's already got it like that.
If he is like, because he's a small dude, man.
Yeah.
So he's got a Russell Wilson this shit. You know.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's like the running quarterbacks. You know, like running quarterbacks are kind of like a one-trick pony. Once defenses kind of get it, they can lock in.
Yeah.
Right. Like the small guys.
That means we're in trouble.
Right, yeah, but like I mean, think of the really good small dude quarterbacks right now. So you got like Drew Brees, Russell Wilson, right? I mean, who else?
The kid in Baltimore.
Lamar?
Baker.
Lamar Jackson.
He's not small.
No? Baker's smaller. Baker's under 6 foot, yeah.
But I mean, they've got their game is well rounded, right? They got to be able to scramble. That they got to have a pretty decent arm and accuracy, right? Because they can't. Those 6 foot guys with the wingspan that go up to 7 feet, 8 feet, to get it through those arms that's talent. Right?
Well, if you ever watch Drew Brees, you'll notice when he throws the ball, he's on his tiptoes every single time he throws the ball.
Yeah, but there's something about the way he throws, man. It's just like, I can't explain it. It's just like it's like rocket. I don't know, man.
He's a small guy, but he's got a cannon. He's had a cannon his whole career.
Yeah, he does, but I'm just saying, it's like you can't just have a cannon. Josh Allen has a cannon. But it's like you got to have like Patrick Mahomes has a cannon, but he learned how to be accurate.
Correct, yes.
And that's tough, man. That's a tough sell.
And throw between his legs.
Yes.
Fading backward.
Right. Come on. Teletransport the ball 60 yards.
I think
he could bounce it off his helmet to somebody.
Yeah. How many games did Arizona win last year? 3 or 4, maybe? I think 4 games last year.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, could they win 6 or 8 games this year?
They need the David Johnson to come back to David Johnson of 2 years ago.
Yes.
Or 3 years ago, rather.
Yeah, that's a good question, man.
Yeah, look what Ken says. Ken says, the scoreboard at the University of Phoenix Stadium will look like a Bally's pinball machine. The Cardinals will then join the Big 12.
Actually, it had to be the Pac-12.
Well, no, the Big 12 for what the conference is. You got to follow college football. The Big 12 is the running gun conference. I mean, they throw the ball almost every single play.
So it's like the CFL.
Yeah, that's great. But I mean, I'm hearing good things out of Phoenix, not just from Larry, but from the press and everything like that. It's like this kid's catching on pretty quick, and he's going to be something. I mean, granted, I know it's week 2 of training camp, but still.
Scott, I lived in Arizona. That was the same talk every year.
Yeah, true. True.
We'll see, man. If he puts it together, he'll be pretty awesome to watch. But you never know with rookie quarterbacks, man.
Right.
I mean,
it's all about being able to read a defense too. And if he can't catch up on the complicated defensive schemes in the NFL, he's gonna have issues.
Right. Yeah, man, it's a good question, but don't care.
I know.
Bills.
It's not Buffalo.
How about all the reports coming out of Bills camp? How Ed Oliver, how the gift that was the New York Giants draft, let Ed Oliver come down to 9th for the Bills, and he's just been lights out on defense.
Yeah.
It is just like, just destroying offensive lines apparently. So I know it's practice and whatever, but I'm happy.
No, he's got a geriatric backfield.
I'll take that geriatric backfield over a lot of the other ones.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take the Bills backfield over, a lot of the freaking running backs.
Shady and Frank Gore. You got to love it.
Hey, if you're going to make that face again, John, you might as well put that Serrano sign back up.
Here we go. Thanks,
In
Eliot.
front of your face. In front of your face.
I hadn't seen it yet today, so I figured it was coming.
A little to the left. A little to your left. There you
That's
go.
better. Bob, it only took him like 20 seconds to put that thing up before we started the show.
Hey,
I know.
how's those new
I know. I
balance?
hadn't seen it. I've been here for almost a half hour now, and I hadn't seen it yet. So.
What do you say, Elliot? How's the New Balance stuff? Is that
How's
what you're
those New Balance socks going?
I'm so glad. Did I ever tell you? I thank God Kawhi didn't come back to Toronto, because I was like, I put it out there on social media. I'm like, oh, Kawhi, you come back to Toronto, I'm buying every New Balance shoe out there. Fun guy. Thank God he didn't come back, because dude, I'm already over 40, man. I don't want to look like Scott's age wearing New Balance.
Thank you very much. Ken asks, does Eli get benched this year?
Absolutely. For
Yes.
Daniel Jones?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Especially now that he's lost his entire wide receiver core.
Yes, pretty much.
So Sterling's done? Is Sterling hurt, or?
Sterling's hurt, so is Golden Tate.
Golden Tate's
So
getting
who does he
suspended.
throw to? Like,
Oh no, he got suspended 4
Right.
games. Right?
Yeah. And
just Saquon. Just dish off to Saquon all day.
They're just gonna. As a matter of fact, they're just gonna do straight snaps to Saquon.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Wildcat be damned.
Still can't stop him.
Eli's done, dude. We got Daniel Jones of the Partridge Family. I mean,
Partridge Family.
no, it's not Danny
it's
Jones
exciting.
of the Monkeys, Jay Elliott. That's where you were going, wasn't it?
no.
You're going Daniel Jones? Okay, I'm just making sure. That was Danny Bonaducci, by the way, not Daniel Jones.
Yeah. Danny
Close enough.
Yeah, exactly. What?
Joey Buttafuoco.
Yeah, them goddamn alphabet names, man. Come on now.
Jeez, too funny.
Justin Bieber for the Cleveland Indians.
Beebs.
Babes.
What's going on? I'm going to shut down the recording for my podcast because it's going on in an hour. So thanks for listening, D-Sound. You guys rock.
D-Sound, and is that a thing?
Well, I'm doing the podcast. I'm not doing the video. It's just straight audio. So people can listen to us on their drive to
without
work.
having to look at our faces.
They can download the MP3.
That's an upgrade.
We'll do a closing. We'll do this episode of the Sports Nerds was sponsored by CTP Token and the CTP Token Miner.
Stop.
Get yours at steamninja.com.
What?
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Stopped recording. There you go.
Oh, God, you're pathetic.
I am very much so, but you know what? It's awesome to
It's
be like,
working for you. I know.
it's when you don't give a damn anymore, it's pretty cool to live, man. It's when you don't give a shit what people think, and it's just, like, I've already hit rock bottom, buddy. I can't get any lower, so it's like,
Yeah, you've had a
let's
rough
see
couple
what
of
happens.
years.
Made it. You know you've made it then.
Let's see what happens. Throw it against the wall. I'll see what sticks.
Exactly.
So it's the battle of the brand new baby daddies.
Who's that?
Jay Happ and David Price.
David Price and a new baby? Oh, great.
Yeah. They were both
David-
on paternity leave.
Well, David Price, he's actually probably been one of the better things about the Red Sox this year. He's actually pitched well this year. But it ain't the postseason, so we just hold your breath. You know what I'm saying?
You know, if the Red Sox lose tonight, 14 and a half games out of first place.
I love it. Go.
Wow.
I hate the Yankees too, but to see the Red Sox miss the playoffs would be just.
Especially after that crap Clara was talking last year.
Yep.
A little
Sorry,
piece of
Ken,
shit.
but I'm a Red Sox and a Yankees hater. If just
But if it comes down to Yankees, and Red
what you want.
Don't hate, Scott. Congratulate.
well, you hate on my guy.
when the Yankees play the Red Sox, Scott wishes for hurricanes and earthquakes.
Yes, I wish for a 0-0 tie if it's ever possible.
It's fair. Dun, 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 dun.
And we hate on the Patriots all the time, so I'm going to hate on all Boston teams.
Everybody hates the Patriots. Okay?
Yeah.
Except for Ken.
There's nothing I like about Boston.
I like the food.
Ooh.
Let's put it this way. I'm on Match, and anybody that's from Boston, I just hit skip.
Match. Match,
Yes.
really, Bob? You're on match.
Yes.
You're on
Yes,
match? Strike that money. I know, really. Do you do 23 and me too?
The Red Sox aren't dead, but Father Mulcahy has been called for last rites.
This guy's witty, man. You got to get him
Great.
on there.
No, he's good. He's gold. He really is.
Get him up here, man.
It's that journalistic sarcasm and
The
wit.
wit. It's a sign of intelligence.
Exactly.
Right?
That's never.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Ken was great back in the day. But Ken, Bob, and I were members of a chat room back in the day, back in 2000 when we first met, and we were all, it was a big football group, and we were just, and we had a blast. It was a good times. It was really good times.
Oh,
And Rhonda too.
Yeah, and Rhonda was in on it too. So, and that's how I met Bob and Rhonda. It was through this chat room. So,
Right.
It was that chat room and not that other chat room you told me about.
No,
that
no.
I said, no, Scott, I don't want anything to do with that, buddy.
I didn't. Hey,
Okay.
you asked. I just didn't. Come on now.
We have no life. It's
I know,
awesome.
right?
It's great.
No, you have a life, man. You've got a wife and two
What
kids.
day was today? You know what the highlight of this is my life. You want to know what the highlight of my day today? Going to Staples and buying a new whiteboard.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
Dude, you
Whiteboards are
need to
cheap,
slow
man.
down, man.
Oh no, but I got a nice one, $20. Not the big one
Yeah.
behind me. It was a great one.
You really need to slow down, dude.
The calendar one. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm sitting there like looking at the specs of it, like looking at the specs of a whiteboard, like reading the back, like, ooh, look at this new feature. It's like, this is my life now.
Kenny says, Bob. Kenny says he misses Rhonda, and he was lamenting that too. So, yeah, we all miss Rhonda.
Of course.
Big time, we miss Rhonda.
Of
Hey,
course.
this week I'll be sending out the invites for the fantasy.
I got my Yahoo notification too, Bob. We still doing Yahoo this year?
I don't think that I'm going to be doing Yahoo this year
Okay.
just because it's so late and I haven't even looked at stuff.
Oh my gosh. You don't even need to look at anything. Just a
Neither have I.
cheat sheet. That's all I do.
Well,
Dude, I know. I used to do that, Bob. I used to like get really in depth and listen to like fantasy sports radio for like a month before draft and do the cheat sheets.
And I found out, and I've come to find out I know more than they do.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the
well,
funny. You got to go with your gut.
that
man.
isn't the part that I'm worried about. It's coordinating with all the people that are in my league. Half of them
We might be down one.
gave up
This guy.
and
Get
haven't
into the
played
sports
for a
nerd
while.
one. The sports nerds. We'll have a fun one.
We've
We'll talk smack each and every week here. Don't worry about that Yahoo one.
Yeah, I mean, we it's on.
Oh, yeah. I just don't think that I'm going to be running anymore.
Okay.
Well, you can slow down and walk. That's cool.
No, you can
problem.
crawl if you want,
I mean-
buddy. I got you, man.
Fucking
I don't think you're that
It's
heavy.
getting coordinated everybody to get to the draft too. And
Yeah, you don't want to go through all the coordinating bullshit. I get you, and that's why I don't want to go through the. I don't want to go through the NWO season this year either because.
Then let's do the sports nerd and have a good old time with it. Here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I thought it was going to be Keeper League. I keep Pat Mahomes.
No.
I don't even know who I have them.
No, we're not doing keeper league. We're not doing a keeper
Set
league.
up as a keeper.
Is it set up as a keeper?
Yes, and I'm keeping Pat Mahomes, by the way.
Oh.
13th round or whatever it was, 12th or 13th round.
You know what's hilarious? I've been playing fantasy football for over a decade. I've never played in a keeper league ever. So I don't understand how the drafting goes for the different rounds. Like, I know there's a technique to it. Like Patrick Mahomes, if he was in the first round, you wouldn't take him, obviously. But if he's in like I don't even know how you would get him in the 13th round. That makes no sense.
Because that was where I drafted him last year.
So it's wherever they're drafted the previous year.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense now. Thanks. But
I've never played in a keeper league before either. But
Me either.
I just do straight up PPR, man.
Well,
That's all.
it sounds to me like nobody wants to play a keeper.
No, I'm just making a statement. I'm not saying we don't want to. I'm just saying I've never played it before. So
Okay.
I highly recommend this.
It's real simple. All you got to do is decide. All you got to do is max out the value of your player in a round that you can live with.
I see. I know. It totally makes sense to me now when
Yes.
you say what rounds and stuff that people are drafted in.
Sometimes
Like Melvin Gordon in the first round, I would never do. Even though he went in the first round last year. Right?
Some guys don't get drafted, and you wind up picking them off waivers. So what does that cost you? A last round pick.
Yeah, see, I'd have to do some homework on it because I've never done that. Whatever, man. I'm into new things. I'm into change.
That's how I got Odell a few years ago. That's how I got Odell. Nobody wanted him because he was injured.
Because he was hurt.
So I just took him off it, and then he fucking goes off, yo.
Scott's thinking. No, you were. I saw that. That was I saw the.
I've never played. I gotta go in from last year. I have no idea who I want to keep from last year. I have no idea. I don't even remember my freaking roster from last year. So.
Me either. Pat Mahomes. That was all I remember. My backup quarterback.
Yeah, I don't think I did very good last year. I knew it was. What else we got going on?
Hey, you think Scooter's going to keep Le'Veon Bell?
Well, supposedly he'll be here next week. We can ask him, okay? Yeah, I get a text from the guy for the first time in 2 months today saying that because he got busted online by John. He for posting in Facebook, and you saw that.
I saw it, yeah.
And now he's texting me for the first time in 2 months saying, "Oh, I can't make it tonight. Maybe I'll be there. I'll probably be there next week." So he hasn't called. He hasn't texted. I don't know what's going on with him, but supposedly he'll be here next week. So, did you guys see AB's feet?
Yeah, they're pretty nasty.
Whose?
AB's. His feet.
Why do I want to see his feet?
Because
that's why
he's suffering from big time blisters on his feet right now.
Oh,
hardcore.
That's why he's having those foot problems.
Yeah, he's having feet problems. He's on the IR on non-football related injury list.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
And
yep, I agree.
Yeah.
So he hasn't participated much in camp at all.
Not a Steeler anymore.
Now he's gonna.
He was a Buffalo Bill apparently for less than 30 seconds.
Right.
He stopped that trade.
And if Buffalo would have picked him up, you'd have been ecstatic.
I tolerated him because he was a Steeler. I said if he wasn't a Steeler, I would not have liked him at all.
There'd be a Le'Veon Bell sign pasted to his face.
Yes.
If they would have taken Le'Veon Bell in Buffalo, he'd come on every week with a Le'Veon Bell sign stuck to his forehead.
John, if they would have picked him up, you'd have been ecstatic. Don't tell me that.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
You can't deny that. As much as I railed on OBJ last year and how happy I am to have him on my team this year, come on.
You used to say with me over and over the most overrated wideout in the league. You used to say that with me like we were in
now he's gonna cheer for him like there's no other.
Because he's with his old college roommate Jarvis Landry.
He's with the Jack in the Box.
Your idol, John.
My favorite. He's my favorite. He's my fave. I heart Landry.
And there was actually film on him. Yeah, there was actually the Browns had their white and brown or orange and brown scrimmage yesterday in the stadium, and there's actually film on OBJ barking at the crowd. There was 37,000 people at First Energy Field yesterday, and not Jarvis, but OBJ was barking. I love it. Barking like the dog pound. I love it.
That Cleveland offense is going to be something to reckon with.
And there's also film going back to Baker. Baker's in the middle of a stretch, and they're playing in the air tonight, right? And just as the drum solo came out, he stops the stretching and just goes with the drum solo and goes back to stretching. It was great.
The
crowd went nuts.
John and Bob, refresh my memory if I'm wrong. Isn't this the same guy that was crying on draft day last year when they drafted Baker Mayfield? And now he's the second coming of Jesus.
Well, I didn't rail on Baker as much as I did Johnny Manziel, and I was right about Johnny Manziel.
Well, you know what? A blind man would have been Stevie Wonder would have been right about Johnny Manziel, okay? Just like Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
But last year you were like, they should have taken it.
I was okay. To be honest, I was not thrilled with the Baker pick. I was a little weary.
You know what? Why do you want to fucking sugarcoat it?
Well,
why do you want to sugarcoat it? You were downright fucking pissed.
Yeah, I guess I was. All right. I admit it. But I was wrong.
He face-planted, dude. He was
but I was wrong. I was wrong.
You are wrong.
I was wrong.
Those are one of those times where you're happy you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I'm very happy I was wrong. Baker has become the leader on that team, and the troops are rallying around him. I love it. I love it. I mean, he's only second.
Foreman on waivers from the Texans.
Yes, Foreman got. Yeah, I saw that too.
That might be a good pickup for somebody that needs a running back.
He's got injury issues. There was issues with him, and it come back.
A lot of people have injury issues. It's how you get through them and eventually get over them.
Where did he end up going, or do you say he just got released?
He was just released. The Texans released him. Put him on waivers.
Cameron Meredith is taking off the junk pile, and now he's going to New England, where he's going to be the number one receiver.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. He was the
Cameron
Texans.
Meredith.
Yeah.
Number one receiver. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Foreman was the Texans' third round pick in 2017, but tore his Achilles, and he hasn't been the same ever since.
Most people aren't.
No.
That's why I think the question mark is still out on Kevin Durant.
Right. You see, Bob.
Because in the back of his mind, he's gonna be like, "Should I cut?"
Yeah. Bob, were you here when we talked about Jordy Nelson?
No, I missed that.
He signed a one-day contract with the Packers and retired today.
Okay.
He was going to retire as a Packer.
All right. Certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't going to retire a fucking Raider.
No, hell no. And did you guys see that Steven Jackson signed a one-day contract with the Rams to retire as a Ram and got picked for a random drug test?
That's typical. That's fine.
Yeah, he got nicked for a random. He got selected for a random drug test.
Tag, yo.
Day contract. Retire. Yeah. Yeah. How messed up is that?
I don't know. Karma.
That was one person I would never, ever have on my fantasy team. I was like, somebody else can draft his injury-prone ass.
Yeah, towards the end, in the first few years, he was pretty good. He just started getting hurt all over the place, kind of like Todd Gurley is now.
I still wouldn't take Steven Jackson. Even whenever he was at the top, I still wouldn't take him.
I was always leery about Steven Jackson. I mean, because he was a big bruising back, but I was always leery because he was so injury prone. It wasn't funny. Guy could have a hangnail and be out for 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Also, did you see Michael Thomas got paid?
Oh man,
$100 million. Yes.
But he ain't as good as Julian Edelman.
No, evidently not.
Because Julian Edelman is the second best receiver in football.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's better than Dustin Hopkins. What's his name? DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah. Yeah, Ken. When he's wearing 13, Frank Ryan. They don't really retire numbers in Cleveland. I mean, the only one they probably really have retired is going to be Jim Brown, and normally they'll request to wear a number similar to what what's his face did. Who was it last year that requested to wear a number and got approval?
Aaron Judge,
guy for Redskins.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And actually, the Hopkins, not Hopkins. The quarterback got famous permission to wear a 7 this year. Yes.
Right.
But normally, the Browns don't normally retire numbers. They put people in the Ring of Honor, but they don't really normally retire numbers. I mean, they haven't retired
Ain't got nobody
82. They haven't
retiring.
retired 17. They haven't retired 19. And they haven't retired, Jim Brown's number 32. But it's respect for that player is why they're not wearing it. So.
But wait a minute, they shouldn't be.
And Steelers have one number retired. That's it.
They shouldn't be getting any accolades anyway because this is not the actual original Cleveland Browns. This is a remake.
You're just gonna piss me off now. It's gonna piss me off.
The Cleveland Browns don't exist anymore. Not the original ones. They're in Baltimore. They won 2 Super Bowls.
Shit. To quote an old friend of ours of the show, go fuck yourself.
I had to end it on a high note.
Oh, you're just gonna, yeah.
So technically, you can't retire any numbers from the original team.
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
You can retire them in Baltimore.
Oh, God, I hate you so much right now. It's not fun.
Hey, man,
I
I can't let you blow your Cleveland horn all year. Now. Put up a resistance.
And with that, it is 8:30, which means it's time to shut the door.
Exactly.
Hold on, everybody. Let's get a good pause here. We gotta all get the. Come on, we gotta.
See you for your screenshot.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Just keep going. Hold on. We'll see. We gotta just hold it for like 20, 30 seconds. Just keep holding it.
As Eliot coughs up a lung.
Yeah. Hold on. Still not there. We're coming. Here we go. Almost.
Come on, John. Get your Apple shit working right, man.
Hold on. No, it's Facebook. It's delete. Literally. I just stuck I'm just waving. So we gotta. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Everybody. Ah.
Oh, it's the delay on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, hold it, you bastards. Hold it.
Shut the fuck up, John.
All right. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
You guys,
yes, Kenny, Fart Modell. Thank you very much, Kenny. Anyway, gentlemen, this was a great show. It's getting to be almost time to start enjoying the football season.
You gotta have your warm milk and cookies before you go to bed there, old man.
I get y'all the stuff out this week. Have we decided what we're going to play for?
$1 million.
You want to do 25? Or 50?
Huh?
Can you do 50 this year, Bob, or no?
I'm good.
Okay. So let's do 50.
I'm good with whatever.
1 million.
50 it is.
All right.
50.
So we need
it is. Okay, I'm in.
Get the word out so we can get more people in here because we just got 4, so we need to get more in here. So, but I'm sure Scooter's going to want to join.
We need one more player, I think, because I don't think Paul's going to play.
Okay. So we got what? Maybe we got.
I'll get some guys.
Don't worry.
I just need one guy at this point. I haven't checked with everybody yet, but I know my son's going to play. I know Christian's going to play.
Yeah, Scooter is probably going to play too. So.
Dissension in the
Jamal's going to play.
Ranks,
yeah.
So we'll have.
I know Jamal's going to play.
Okay, especially if you're not doing NWO, he's going to want to play somewhere. So yeah.
Rat's already sent me messages finding out when we're going to play.
All right, Kenny, it was good seeing you, my friend. Keep in touch. I enjoy your political posts as well, sir. Just want to let you know.
I'm surprised we didn't get political on this show today.
There's a lot to talk about. I didn't want to go there. I mean, I'm pissed off as much as it is. I didn't want to go there. I would have just gone off the friggin' reservation today.
No, this is not the time.
I'm gonna leave that because I've got a post brewing in my head for that. But that's probably
You just use paragraph breaks when you write it, and you should use CTP talk.
Yeah. Well, if it's not business, why would I do CPT talk?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. That's fine.
You're the one that said it. The ground rules was if it's business related, use CPT
okay,
talk.
Fine. Use sports talk. It's fine. And use political posts. Yeah. You better blow that shit out.
I'd probably just use the writer on the website and Do it that.
Whew.
Just use
All right, guys.
breaks. That's it.
Have a great week. Bob, good to see you. Elliot,
That's
always
fine.
good to see you. John,
All right.
I'll see you in the next.
I hit you guys up this week for fantasy football.
Yeah, you got my address.
$50 a head.
Hit us up.
$50 a head.
All right, we are the Sports Nerds, and we are out.
Hey, wait a minute. At $50 a head, should we be playing for a belt?
Bye.